Welcome to White River Valley Electric Cooperative's 81st Annual Meeting of Members, live from our headquarters in Branson.
Welcome to White River Valley Electric Cooperative's 81st Annual Meeting of Members and our very first virtual edition. I'm Cassie Cunningham, your Manager of Communications and Member Engagement. We're so happy you could join us today, and we'd love to see you watching the meeting. Take a photo of you and yours participating in this new digital format and drop them in our Facebook event page for an opportunity to be featured later in the meeting. Share your pics and comments with us on social media with the hashtags Annual Meeting and WVRC for your chance to win a $50 bill credit. White River Valley Electric Cooperative is dedicated to helping our students in the coverage area learn about electric cooperatives, democracy, and government in our country through annual programs like Youth Tour and Cycle. We have once again invited this year's Youth Tour winners to lead us in the pledge and prayer. Please welcome Abigail Pride from Bradleyville and Hope Barker from Spokane.
Would you all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance with me? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the hope of the brave.
Good morning. Please join me in prayer. Holy Father, we are so grateful to you for bringing us together this morning as we work to keep our community a strong, safe, and enjoyable place to live. Please grant us knowledge and understanding as we seek out your will in the challenging times in which we live. Help us to come together with the sole purpose to please you with our actions and words. Thank you for the opportunity to grow as a community through this cooperative. May we serve our community with bravery, integrity, and righteousness, seeking to bring glory to you. We also thank you for the freedom you have given this nation. We pray that we may never take this freedom for granted. We pray that you would help us to keep it. This weekend, we remember the tragic events that took place 19 years ago and the brave men and women who willingly gave their lives for the victims of this attack. Please grant us the opportunity to lead others in this sacrifice. Please grant us safety and peace to the American workers, soldiers, and leaders who courageously fight for our country. Give them the strength to keep fighting for the United States principles of liberty and justice for all. We also pray for the 8 linemen from White River Valley Electric Cooperative who are in Louisiana right now, and that they are assisting in the hurricane. Please grant them encouragement and safety. We pray for the upcoming election, Lord, that our leaders would seek to honor you in their service. We pray that those who are elected are faithful and hardworking for the values that made this country great, and that those who threaten these values would be defeated. May we also be continually reminded of the sacrifice that your Son made for our freedom from sin. We pray that we live in a way that is reminiscent of Christ, Lord. Help our actions to be full of love and to be firmly grounded in your word. Grant us your calming peace and guidance as we strive to make our communities a better place. May we be a light to both our communities and our world during these dark times. In Jesus' holy name and precious name we pray. Amen. Amen. Thank you.
Congratulations to our 2020 Youth Tour winners. We're glad they could participate today and lead us in a tribute to our country and faith. We appreciate our veterans and we observe their sacrifice. We appreciate first responders and the safe assurance they provide us. We also appreciate all essential workers who have powered through this pandemic to keep us afloat. Thank you all. To kick off our meeting today, we're going to hear from the Cooperatives Board Counsel. He has information on the changes to the format this year. Then we'll go ahead and get started.
Thank you, Cassie. In April of this year, Missouri waived 2 restrictions within law, so rural electric cooperatives can hold annual meetings and vote in a manner they deem necessary. In light of the significant safety concerns surrounding the COVID-19 pandemic. This was made possible by our state governor, Mike Parson, through executive order and the Missouri Department of Agriculture for administrative agency action. The Board of White River Valley Electric Cooperative was already in the process of bringing bylaw changes to the membership for this approval at this year's annual meeting to put measures in place to improve the director nominating and voting process. The governor's approved waiver of statutory requirements gave the Board of White River the flexibility they needed to accelerate these proposed changes for increased participation by the membership at this annual meeting. Our bylaws set forth quorum requirements for member annual meetings. Those requirements are found in Article 3, Section 4. Based on the total number of cooperative members, approximately 400 members are needed to establish a quorum for this annual meeting. This year, quorum is set by the number of qualified voting members in the director election and bylaw amendment vote. With over 2,000 votes cast this year, White River has far surpassed the quorum requirement needed for this meeting. This is a historical turnout for the cooperative's annual meeting and voting process, which strengthens cooperative governance. A proud milestone indeed. On behalf of the board, I would like to thank each one of you for your participation, and I call this year's annual meeting to order. First up, our board president, Dr. Jeff Hyatt.
Good morning. I first want to welcome everyone to the meeting. We appreciate you taking the time to participate in your cooperative and do so with an open mind because a lot has changed this year. Before we get started today, I want to take a minute to thank all the White River Valley Electric employees. Each one of you has played a vital role in what has proven to be a crazy year. Our communications and member service people have spent many hours getting everything together for the election and this meeting today. They have communicated constant changes within the cooperative to you, our members. A big thank you goes out to our executive staff working through many new processes and protocols through this pandemic. Our clerical staff has devoted countless hours to helping members with financial assistance and establishing payment plans. Our operations and engineering departments have stayed the course to keep our systems up and running through this entire time. It's been an incredible feat, and everyone working together is what has kept the power on. Thank you all for what you do. Your cooperative is still committed to principles and not profit. We are committed to innovation and not complacency. We are committed to accountability and being a member-driven organization. Part of delivering on those commitments requires a good strategic plan. Our strategic planning provides a sense of direction and outlines measurable goals for our cooperative. On behalf of the Board of Directors and White River staff, we set to revamp our strategic thinking this past year and better align our day-to-day decisions evaluate progress, and navigate a changing industry. To make the most of our strategic plan, we gave careful thought to our company-wide initiatives. We set strong values that define our culture. We developed a roadmap to help us measure continually the behaviors and services we expect from each other, behaviors you as a member would desire from us. Part of the strategy we will carry forward was redefining why we exist and what we aspire to be as your member-driven electric cooperative. Our mission was redefined to provide safe, reliable, and affordable power while enhancing the lives of those we serve. Our vision is to be the premier power provider, energizing our communities through innovation, education, and best-in-class service. With our core principles in mind, we've set realistic goals that are well-researched and have benchmarks for evaluating our results annually. We will strive to keep our rates low through comprehensive operations and cost control measures, and White River will continue paying capital credits to our members and give back to the communities we serve through our various outreach programs. We believe it is our duty, and it's a great privilege to carry forward the proud legacy of service set forth by the first White River Valley Electric Cooperative members over 80 years ago. Because we are an organization run by our members, we will continue for our members. So let's hand it back to Mrs. Cunningham to learn more about our membership and engagement opportunities, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Dr. Hyatt. Participating in your cooperative is both your right and responsibility as a member. We provide many opportunities for engagement, such as board elections, bylaw proposals, and feedback submission through the Member Alliance program. You'll learn a bit more about that later. We've implemented new ways to deliver key information, including a members-only portal on SmartHub and an annual report. You received that for the first time ever in August. Our conversations with you on our website and social platforms continue to build, and we love hearing from you and conversing in real time because we value your feedback. Whether it be education or technologies, communicating with you and meeting you where you need us, it's our priority moving forward. Enhanced communication has helped us deliver transparent information about our business operations, showcase features and program benefits, explain industry trends, and highlight what's going on in your cooperative. The push towards digital and online communications have put convenience at your fingertips. Connecting with our members is just part of who we are. For 81 years, we've helped drive progress in the communities we serve through outreach programs, fundraising events, scholarships and grants, youth leadership initiatives, and economic development, all part of our commitment to community and back to the principles which we were founded. The cooperative's young member engagement includes after-school and summer school programs, career days, school field trips, and events organized by our statewide and national cooperative organizations. The knowledge gained through these programs helps our youth contribute effectively to the development of the cooperative and the community by learning about electricity, safety, careers in the industry, leadership, and most importantly, the nature and benefits of cooperation. Since 1992, White River Valley Electric Cooperatives Trust Program, Operation Roundup, has collected and distributed more than $3.8 million to students, local organizations, and families throughout the 5-county service area. You can get involved simply by donating some spare change from your electric bill to Operation Roundup. In 2019 alone, we were able to help 70 individuals and organizations with Roundup grants. The Trust Program is governed by White River Valley Electric Trust Board of Directors. ORU directors are completely separate from the Cooperatives Board, and their term volunteer positions representing each of the counties we serve. We sure appreciate their dedication. To encourage the pursuit of higher learning in our community, funds are allocated from Operation Roundup to offer scholarships to local undergraduates. Within the community and over the past 28 years, ORU has awarded nearly $2 million in scholarships. $2 million. 154 students received a scholarship in 2020. Candidates are evaluated based on financial need, overall academic performance, extracurriculars, and college or trade school acceptance. All undergraduate students within the area are welcome to apply. Power Up is another program funded by Operation Roundup. Power Up grants are offered to support projects outside of the normal public school funding for grades K through 12, and teachers submit their applications each year. 97 teachers received Power Up grants in 2019, and those monies went to help students in 38 different schools in our communities. We'll start accepting applications for the 2020 Power Up grants on October 1st, so be sure to check out our website for details. To fight hunger in our service territory, White River has programs like Share the Harvest and the Power to Turn Hunger into Hope. In previous years, you may have seen employees at grocery stores collecting cash, food donations, but with the pandemic, we'll be doing the event virtually this year. The virtual food drive will run throughout the month of September, and funds raised will support a dedicated pantry in each of our 5 counties. With their Ozark Food Harvest partnership, every dollar provides 4 meals. Please join us by donating. Share this event with your friends and family, all your social media followers. We also have a strong economic development program that is focused on improving the quality of life of our members while encouraging sustainable load growth for the cooperative to help keep your rates low. White River has aggressively planned key roles in several important development projects in Southwest Missouri through facilitating financial support from the USDA with rural economic development loans, programs like energy assistance, and efficiency incentives. White River employees rally for our neighbors when they need us. Whether it be paying off school lunch debt, buying winter coats for kiddos, delivering holiday baskets, or even dropping in on area senior centers with all the necessary goodies to help the residents look and feel their best. Our commitment to the community is strong. We will push ahead to improve the lives of those we serve, and will continue to keep the lines of communication open with you, our members. We're going to run things a little different today, not only because of COVID, but because we want to be transparent. And we want to share what's happening around all aspects of the co-op. Every department working together makes the wheels turn. Today, we answer your questions. In addition to myself, you'll be hearing from our other executive staff members to give insight on how we all help serve our mission of providing you with safe, reliable, and affordable power while enhancing the lives we serve. Next, let's hear from engineering, metering, and plant services.
One of the greatest achievements in the 20th century in America is the electrification of our rural communities. Contributing to this achievement, White River has built over a 5,000-mile underground and overhead electric system to serve a membership of about 35,000 members. Maintaining a system of this size to ensure continuous reliability for our membership can have its challenges. It requires the skill of our engineering and operations people to properly plan and execute a construction work plan with projects and maintenance programs. These projects can include upgrading our conductors, our poles, to increase the service capacity in the areas where we're growing, relocating lines in areas that have flooding issues that have washed out some of our infrastructure, and also replacing equipment that has reached its end of its operation life. Our maintenance program includes inspecting up to 12,000 poles per year throughout our whole system. We inspect each pole's condition to determine if it needs to be replaced or it should last until the next inspection cycle. This year, in the next 2 years, we plan to change out 1,500 to 2,000 poles to ensure that our system stays reliable and safe. White River leads the Missouri co-ops with over 250 installed solar systems and about 2.5 megawatts of installed capacity. We try to make the net metering process as easy as possible for our members who are installing solar to interconnect with our system. Each solar system design is reviewed by our team to make sure it meets the requirements needed to interconnect with our system. We then do a site inspection, and if everything's approved, we exchange your existing meter to a meter called a net meter that reads power flow coming into your home and power flow that goes back to the grid. White River structures its billing and energy credits for the net metering program according to the Missouri statutes. If you have any questions regarding our construction projects, our maintenance programs, our net metering program, or any other matters that you feel that our engineering staff can assist you with, please give us a call or email us. We're here to help and serve you.
Thanks, Bo. That sounds pretty complicated, but incredibly interesting, and we're sure glad that your team is here to help every step of the way. Overseeing our entire operation, I'd like to introduce you to our White River Valley Electric Cooperative CEO, Mr. Chris Hammond.
Welcome to White River Valley Electric Cooperative Annual Meeting. Wow, what a difference this year. As you know, COVID has changed a lot in 2020, including our annual meeting format. However, we're not alone. Most of our Missouri electric cooperatives have had to adjust as well. You know, adjusting isn't a bad thing. White River is moving towards ease of use and convenience for all members. With the virtual meeting, we implemented online and mail-in voting for the first time ever. Members had a whole month to vote. As with any new process, we had a few hiccups. We are eager to fine-tune our database so voting will be much easier and smoother in 2021. Let's not forget that these format changes have saved our members a significant amount of money in annual meeting costs. You know, to keep up with ever-changing times, the cooperative decided to go a new way this year. If we wanted to continue with best-in-class service and keep our member satisfaction high, we had to change the way we operated. We researched cooperative best practices to significantly increase communication efforts. Several employees retired, and instead of continuing down the same old path, we took a hard look at our internal structure and staffing levels. The result was a stronger and more satisfied workforce. It also reduced incremental costs. In all, our goal is to provide more with less. You know, no one predicted COVID at our last annual meeting, but we're very proud of the actions put in place by our team. We reacted quickly with our pandemic plan, which included personal protective equipment, working staggered shifts, office cleaning, and policy changes. Above all, we continue to operate and keep our members' lights on during this difficult time. In fact, we suspended disconnects until September the 1st to help our members get back on their feet, even though the state's recommendation was only through June the 15th. We have only had 3 cases of the coronavirus within the employee group. Quick actions helped us minimize the effect of the virus and consider that a huge success. The monies for expenses of cleaning and protective equipment have been turned into FEMA for reimbursement, just as many other companies around the United States have done. You know, we understand the needs of our members. We've installed free Wi-Fi hotspots at all of our office locations to be used during the day to complete learn from home and work from home situations. On September the 1st, we extended our drive-through hours to 4:30, and we'll be opening the offices by appointment only starting October the 1st. We continue to evaluate and keep our employees and member safety in mind on a go-forward basis. In August, we released the 2019 annual report, the first of its kind. The report covers the year in review, as well as information about the services we offered. We covered financial highlights, program offerings, community involvement, and gave you a glimpse into the path ahead. We asked members to review the report and submit their questions through our new Member Alliance program. We will be answering some of those questions now and throughout the meeting today. Some of the questions referred to our service availability charge. Well, the service availability charge covers the expense of maintaining the overall electric system. Operations such as combating cybersecurity threats, maintaining poles, wires, substations, and co-op equipment takes strategic planning and significant resources. Since the ability to deliver power to your home and/or business is not determined by the amount of power used, this is billed separately and equally throughout the membership. Without this fee, White River Electric could not ensure its members' safe delivery of power nor its electric reliability. Energy charges cover the actual electricity used at each metered location. The current charges are the total of service availability and energy charges that you see on your statement. Another question. Solar power is a very trending topic nowadays. With more solar members than any other cooperative in the state, we support members' decisions to use green energy. In accordance with Missouri statutes, our provider buys back the excess solar power generated by our White River members at the avoided cost, which simply means the difference in cost that our power provider would pay to generate that same electricity. Buying at these prices ensure that the members are paid fairly for the energy produced without other members needing to subsidize their rates. Another question. With technology advancing, owning an electric vehicle is now a feasible option for White River membership. White River will soon own its own EV and charging stations at the Branson office. The federal government is offering a tax credit to incentivize the purchase of electric vehicles up to $7,500. White River will also be offering a rebate for charging station in 2021. Another common question is, what is our generation goals? Associated Electric Co-op, our power provider, uses the lowest cost generation resources and market opportunities to buy power. The current generation portfolio includes hydropower, coal, wind, and natural gas, as which increasingly becomes even cleaner nowadays. This mix also allows White River to provide reliable service at the best possible price for our membership. Year to date, our 2020 portfolio is 11% hydro, 15% wind, 37% natural gas, and 36% coal, with 1% of our power being bought on the market. We have listened and would like to give you information regarding fiber to the home. Several years ago, we had a cost of service study done to analyze the price tag of implementing fiber to the home. The study illustrated an enormous cost associated with supplying reliable intranet to our members. It totaled nearly $8,000 per member. This would cost about 1.7 times more than the depreciated value of the entire electric cooperative system. At that price tag of around $365 million, it just wasn't an option at that time. But now, with changes, more research is needed. We understand that times are changing. COVID has sparked virtual learning and work from home scenarios that have pushed us to a new normal. We look forward to navigating that new normal with you. We are anticipating that our territory will be remapped by the Federal Communications Commission to reevaluate underserved areas. Hopefully, this will be the start of gaining more funds to help offset the cost of implementing fiber. This would only add to the recent Connect America and Rural Development Opportunity Funds that have and are being awarded to companies across the country. We recently made inquiry into a new financial study to see if building and servicing fiber structure would come at a cheaper price tag than once quoted. We are observing various size substations across the service territory, accurately identifying the needs. Plus, we're evaluating potential partnerships with companies such as Whisper, Show Me Technology, and K-PowerNet. All these actions are part of an effort to get you connected. All right. While some aspects of the future remain unclear, I can assure you that the reliable service from White River is not one of them. We will continue to be your electric cooperative for generations to come. Okay, whether it's a fiber optic project or outage restoration, safety is one of our most important concerns here at White River Valley Electric Cooperative. Our goal is to create a culture of safety through awareness initiatives and education. Let's hear more about that from our Manager of Safety and Training, Larry Hughes.
Safety, our main focus every day on every job site that we perform. This year, our insurance company provided a SAFE app, which is an acronym for Stop and Focus Every Day. As they get to the job site, they get their iPad out and open the SAFE app, and as the SAFE app goes along, it goes from step to step. It points out the different dangers that they have with the job site, as well as different particulars with each job that they're doing. And as they go along, every member of the team knows exactly what's going on and what to expect with that job before they actually get the job started. All of this brings us to the most important part, which is zero contacts, which we're committed to. That way everybody goes home with all their fingers, toes, and most importantly, their life to go home to their families and loved ones. We do extensive training in multiple areas. One of the areas is what we call Hurt Man Rescue. If somebody was on the pole to get hurt, we go up, we get them down in a very quick manner to start CPR and first aid, which every one of our guys are trained and prepared in. We have AEDs on most of our trucks. And so while we're out and about, we're in the communities. If a member is also in the need of those assistance, we can also assist in those situations. White River's commitment to safety, we also provide annual testing for our sticks and cover-up that the linemen use out in the field. But we also provide the annual testing for the fire alarms and fire sprinkler systems for everybody to stay safe within the buildings as well. From the office to out in the fields, we are always safe, and safety is our #1 concern. And now here is John Combs to speak to you all about what is going on out in the field.
I'd like to take a moment to highlight our linemen. Our linemen are an amazing group of men. They bring so much to the table as far as training, work ethic. They're an amazing group. I feel as if we could take any one of our linemen anywhere in the United States. They could perform normal work duties. They could perform, obviously, restorations in major disasters. Many of our linemen have actually traveled all over the United States doing different types of work for different companies and different terrains. So terrain is never an issue. It doesn't get too rough for our guys. The restoration portion of our job is something that we take very seriously, and our commitment to the restoration is second to none. You can take a cross-section of all of our men and ask them how many birthdays, how many anniversaries, how many holidays, weekends, overnights that they have worked, and they're too many to count. But they never second guess, they never bat an eye. They are so committed to their responsibility to you, our members, that they never miss an opportunity to get your lights back on, no matter what the sacrifices that they make. Any restoration situation that we're having to deal with in an outage situation, I know that it's easy to become frustrated because you feel as if your lights aren't back on, and I understand. Having power is a luxury, and having the power available is something that we cannot do without. When our men are on the job, rest assured that they know that you're out and they are working as hard as possible, physically possible, to get your lights back on. They want your lights on as much as you want your lights on. And it's that sense of pride that they maintain, and it's just that ownership of our co-op as it is that drives them to the point where they just continue to work, and trust me, they get them back on as soon as possible. I also want to talk about some of our projects that we have going. You might see the trucks out and about and not a cloud in the sky and wonder what's going on. This is all part of our commitment to embellishing our system and making it more reliable. There are many projects that we're currently working on that are reconductors. Those are as a result of growth that we have incurred over the years, and we do everything that we can possibly do to maintain the reliability of our system by staying ahead of the curve, so to speak, when it comes to watching the trends and keeping track of growth. One of the projects we're currently working on is at the Cedar Creek substation and the Pro-Tem substation. There have been many improvements that we've made in each substation, and we're also working with our providers to build a tie line between those two subs. That will increase the opportunities that we have to keep your lights on. That will make the service much more reliable and give us many more options as far as restoration situations are concerned. Another project that we're currently working on is T-Highway. We have a reconductor, a conversion that we're doing down T-Highway, and that's simply to just enhance the system and keep up with the growth that's going down T-Highway. Another project that we're working on is in the Gretna substation. We're replacing some cables from the substation out to the main line. These cables are somewhat dated, a little antiquated, and we're bringing that whole system up to standards that we see today. The one thing we don't have control over is Mother Nature. That's why we take a lot of pride in our integrated vegetation management program. By using different opportunities in that program, such as tree trimming, mowing, selective herbicide applications, that gives us the best opportunity to create an environment for your lights to stay on and for your service to be as you want it at all times. So as you can see, we have many projects going on and many projects to come. When you see us out and about working in the field, know that we're doing this for you, our membership, to keep your lights on and to keep your power as consistent and reliable as anywhere in the country.
Thanks, John. And thank you to our line crews. With a reliability percentage of 99.7%, know that your power is on nearly 100% of the time. Plus, on average, of just 100 minutes of interruption time during a major outage. You can be confident that they are working hard for you. At this time, I want to thank and recognize our board of directors. They help to guide our strategic plans here at Co-op. They are also faced with very challenging and very important decisions. We want to applaud all the hard work that you've done this year and will continue to do going forward. To the entire White River family, we simply couldn't do it without each and every one of you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chris. We appreciate your dedication as well. Now let us hear from HR and business admin to tell us about workforce development.
Our vision at White River is what we aspire to be. We will be the premier power provider, energizing our communities through innovation, education, and best-in-class service. One of the ways to ensure that we offer best-in-class service is to make sure that all of our employees have access to continued educational opportunities. One of the priorities going forward is workforce development. That includes training across the board. With this focus, our employees will have access to external and internal training opportunities. This creates top-notch employees to help you with all of your utility needs. We value our employees because they are the co-op's greatest asset. We have provided our employees with an internal communication platform. With this platform, we are able to share valuable information in real time across our company, whether it be outages, current right-of-way projects, or just wishing your fellow employee happy birthday. Sharing information across the company in real time has really encouraged a positive culture, one that we will continue to nourish. I would like to take this opportunity to thank every White River Valley Electric Cooperative employee, current and past. Without each one of you, we would never have been able to accomplish our mission of providing safe, reliable, affordable power while enhancing the lives of those we serve. Thank you for your continued dedication to our cooperative and our members.
That's great, Angie. Our employees are the core of what we do, and we're so glad to be a part of a culture that promotes that. It's time to learn more about our finance and office operations. Mr. Tim Schaefer.
In 2019, White River experienced another solid year financially. We reevaluated our strategic planning, our corporate costs, and shifted our focus to what truly benefits all of our members. Controllable costs in 2019 came in at $500,000 below budget projections, all while membership and kilowatt-hour sales continued to increase. Also in 2019, White River added $12.8 million in additional reliable electric plant. We also reduced our long-term debt by $1.2 million, and we grew our member equity to an all-time high at 46.5%. Together, we forecast costs, budget our expenses, and align our corporate strategy, all while providing accurate and transparent financial statements. In April of 2020, BKD provided White River with a clean audit report as we ended in conformity with generally accepted accounting principles. White River honors the privilege of returning your member capital. We strive to limit our long-term borrowing, levelize our rates, and balance our members' equity. In 2019, we developed a capital credit policy which enables a consistent and transparent timeline for when we're going to return your member capital. Because of our financial strength, your board of directors elected to pay $3.8 million in capital credits on your May 2020 billing. To date, White River has retired $31.8 million in member capital. We pay our capital credits using a hybrid method, meaning both that new and seasoned members benefit. In the future, once the board decides to pay capital credits, you will see that on your July billing. It is our goal to maintain financial stability and pay even more capital credits in the future. 2020 has brought new technologies and challenges to White River's office operations. Through it all, we have continued to provide you outstanding member service. From all of us in the office, we thank you for your patience and understanding as we move forward into 2021. Please remember that your safety, as well as our employees' safety, is at the forefront of all of our decisions. We hope to have our offices open soon. Starting in October, we are going to be offering in-office visits by appointment only. To schedule an appointment or for more information, please contact your local branch representative. Looking forward, we are looking at even more ways to save our members money. Utilizing the newest technology, we plan on implementing operation processes such as workflow and material management. Once these processes are in place, our operating costs will be even more transparent, allowing us to benchmark our success. We understand that times are changing, and we are more than willing to change with such times. From the White River family to your family, we appreciate you. For more information on 2019, here's Keith Short, your board secretary and treasurer.
Hello, and thanks again for joining us for our very first virtual meeting. Things are a little different this year, but we will continue to be transparent by publishing meeting notes, officers' reports, and financial documents. These documents have been examined by the White River Board of Directors. We will review financial, monthly, and annual audit provided by BK&D, a certified public accounting firm. This year, the auditors submitted a letter to the Board of Directors with the results of our operation and cash flows to have no discrepancies and in conformity with the U.S. accounting principles. You'll be able to find this information in a few places. In our official meeting notice in the August Current Times pages of the Rural Missouri magazine. You can reference them on the Members Only portal in SmartHub, and you can also find them on the annual meeting page of our website. Please let us know if you have any questions or concerns about these documents. Being financially sound is a sustainable business that we have to have. It is advanced. Technology is just one of the ways we can deliver best-in-class service for you, our members. Our IT manager, J.C. Zalog, will explain more.
IT's highest priority is to provide robust and reliable power to its members. White River has invested in state-of-the-art hardware and software. Our linemen carry Apple iPads, which give them real-time information about the grid, mapping, and crew locations. Our systems that control and regulate the power grid, we call them SCADA and AMR, continuously monitor for outages. We often know of an outage before a member reports it. This means quicker response and restoration times. We also utilize artificial intelligence to predict where outages will occur. This allows us to maintain those areas and prevent you from having another outage. We strive to protect your personal information. So back at the offices, we've implemented Windows 10 and Microsoft 365 to improve collaboration, threat awareness, and we also have virtual video meetings. This allows us to practice safe distancing without reducing productivity. White River is participating in several cyber safety programs. Our biggest is NRECA's RC3. RC3 stands for Rural Cooperative Cybersecurity Capabilities. This program focuses on developing tools to help us increase our cyber safety. By using this program, we will be able to identify where threats are and focus our efforts on those areas. White River has also implemented employee security awareness training. We know our employees are the last line of defense against scams, malware, and phishing attacks. Our employees are trained, and we constantly test these trainings through simulations. This ensures the bad actors stay out and your data remains safe. Communication is the key to safe and efficient operations. When linemen can't communicate, it threatens their job and their safety. White River has upgraded their radio system to full digital. We have added repeaters and boosters to provide a signal in areas that were dead before, in areas where cellular is not an option. White River is cognizant of incremental costs and strives to keep your energy bill low. We have gone paperless where possible. Many of our documents are now digital. In the past, we would print up to 23,000 pages every month. This number is now down to about 10,000. This not only saves us money in ink and paper, but also helps the environment. White River has partnered with Show Me Power and Whisper Internet to provide free public Wi-Fi. Just park in one of the designated spots at any of our offices and connect to the free Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is available 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., 7 days a week. If you need additional information, look for one of the cards if you need help connecting. In these challenging times, these are just some of the ways White River is giving back to our members and our community.
Our IT department keeps us at the forefront of innovation. We sure appreciate the work they do. Moving right along, our CEO, Mr. Hammond, shared about best practices earlier. New committees have been formed to evaluate cooperative governance, member participation, and fiscal operations. To tell us more about them, I'd like to introduce you to Jenny Horton, Stone County Board of Director, Board Vice President, and Chair of the Bylaws, Governance, and Engagement Committee. as well as Mr. Pat Funk, Ozark County Board of Director and Chair of the Finance and Equity Management Committee.
The Bylaws, Governance, and Engagement Committee makes it easier than ever to have members' voice heard. It was formed to evaluate best practices using member feedback to continually improve the operations of our organization. Goodbye to the days of waiting until annual meeting to present your questions. You can now give feedback through the Member Alliance program 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. This new program gives members a chance to be heard anytime. Submissions through the Member Alliance program are reviewed each meeting and implemented according to industry standards and bettering the cooperative. The road ahead will encourage more engagement with you and allows an opportunity for everyone to be involved in the decision-making process. Our committee is also looking into each of the cooperative's bylaws, evaluating where and when changes could benefit the members and help White River run more efficient. Then we'll present each proposed amendment to the membership for a vote, just like we did this year with our 3 bylaw amendments on voting, nominations, and membership. We're committed to presenting any changes with ample time for you to understand the full benefits to the entire membership. If you haven't already, sign up for the Member Alliance program and share your feedback with the committee. We're all in this together, and your input helps us to continually improve. Mr. Funk will now tell you more about the Finance, Equity, and Management Committee.
Thanks, Jenny. The committee was established to ensure and maintain the financial integrity of the cooperative. Together, executive staff and board members provide financial analysis, advice, and oversight. This group helps to ensure the organization's transparency and fiscal responsibility with member interest at hand. To showcase what we do, I will give you an example. Like any business, departments are required to submit budgets. These budgets are presented to the committee in detail by the executive staff. Once the budget is reviewed, the committee will give our recommendation to the entire board of directors, placing added analysis and quality assurance to the budgeting process. In the Equity Management Committee, we also created a financial forecasting model with identifying drivers that consider things like long-term construction, work plans, and a stable rate structure to promote financial sustainability and an enhanced network. The annual budget, system reliability, membership capital, and external audits are all critical activities reviewed and approved by this committee. Thank you for allowing us to serve you.
Our committees promote collaboration, engagement, and accountability. They also help guide us in implementing best practices. To help us along the way, we consult legal counsel to make sure we're in accordance with the cooperative model and well above industry standards. Let's hear again from White River Board Counsel, Mr. Christian Horton.
The call for board candidates was made in June through the Rural Missouri. This article included information on qualifications and the commitment to serve on the board of directors. Formal qualifications are specified in Article 4, Section 2 of the cooperative's bylaws, summarized here. You must be a member of the cooperative. Your primary residence must be in the county and district you will serve. You must have an account in good standing. You cannot be a current applicant or employee of White River. You cannot be a close relative of a White River employee or incumbent director. You cannot be employed or financially interested in a competing enterprise. You must have the capacity to enter legally binding contracts. And as it currently stands, if you don't meet the primary residence requirement for electric service, you must be the principal of a business or organization on White River lines. Board service is a serious commitment. There is significant time devoted to the cooperative. Board of Director members attend monthly board meetings, committee meetings, association meetings. On average, they spend about 25 hours a month fulfilling their duties as a Board of Director member. They review cooperative information, reports, communication, and have the obligation to give timely responses. They prepare for meetings, and they talk with fellow co-op members. There is continuous director training throughout the year. Directors aim to achieve credentials that are professionally recognized. Directors are also engaged with their community and the members that they serve. They understand the cooperative model and the principles upon which cooperatives were founded. They fulfill their fiduciary duties, giving direction to the cooperative. There is risk and responsibility being a director. Personal liability if these duties are not met. The Board of Directors do receive compensation from the cooperative. They are paid a per diem, but not all board members receive the same. It really depends on the number of meetings and events that they attend throughout the year. You can find more information about compensation for Board of Director members on the members-only portal of our website. That information summarizes compensation for meetings, travel, and board member education. The nominating process is set forth in our bylaws. Essentially, there are two ways to make the slate of candidates for this year. You could apply and proceed with the nominating committee. By doing so, you would fill out an application and questionnaire, provide a biography, and those materials were due by June 19th. Or you could become a petition candidate. This year, you only need to secure 15 signatures from members to become a petition candidate. This concession was made because we do not have nominations from the floor this year. Petition candidates had to have their petitions to the cooperative by July 7th. Candidates coming through the nominating committee are vetted candidates. Petition candidates simply have their qualifications confirmed. They are not interviewed because presently there is no process for that. The nominating committee consisted of 9 members, and it organized on June 25th. Those committee members were Cheryl Burnett, who also served as a committee chairperson, Donna Huffman, John Cooper, Alice Swihart, Sheena Loftus, who also served as secretary for the committee, Linda Gregory, Corey Clayton, Tammy Morton, and Dan Leyland. Thank you to all the committee members for your service this year. You do have a very important function for the cooperative. At their first meeting, the nominating committee reviewed all the written materials that were submitted by the applicants. The committee met again on July 7th, at which time they interviewed all the applicants for board candidacy. After the interview process, they deliberated, they selected candidates for member consideration, and then they ranked the candidates in order of preference and strength. The nominating committee minutes were included in your August issue of Rural Missouri. The slate of candidates from the nominating committee are as follows. In order of preference, District A, Keith Short, Daniel Murphy, Jim Reasoner, and Drew McClelland. In District C, Dr. Jeff Hyatt. In District E, Pat Funk and Anita Scott. The slate of official candidates also included a petition candidate. John Waters submitted a petition for District C on July 7th. I personally verified the signatures on his petition by calling those who signed it and his qualifications. This is how your full slate of board candidates was formed for this year's vote. In addition to our director voting, we had 3 bylaw amendments that were proposed for membership consideration and approval. Here is a short video on the bylaw amendments proposed.
For more than 80 years, White River Valley Electric Cooperative has been in the business of serving our members with safe, reliable electricity at an affordable rate. Everything we do with our members in mind because they're not just our customers. Our members actually own and control the cooperative. At White River Valley Electric Cooperative, we're always evaluating what we do and how we do it in order to provide best-in-class service for our members. Since our last annual meeting, we formed the Bylaws, Governance, and Engagement Committee, comprised of both White River employees and board members. After closely reviewing our current bylaws that govern what we do here at the co-op each day, we're presenting 3 bylaw amendments for you, our membership, for a vote this year. These amendments are part of an effort to improve our governance practices and better represent and engage with all of our members. As you most likely know, White River is governed by a board of 9 directors who are elected by the membership to represent your voice in how the co-op operates. Voting for the cooperative board is your right and responsibility as a member. Your participation in our elections is absolutely vital to the success of this cooperative. Currently, members must attend annual meeting in order to vote for their board of directors. We always encourage our members who can attend the meeting to be here in person, but we all know sometimes life just gets in the way. People have to work, the kids have activities on Saturday mornings. Some of our members can't get out due to age or illness. Right now, the board of directors, who represent a membership covering more than 44,000 meters, are elected by only the members who can attend the meeting in person. That's less than 5% of the co-op. To make sure the voice of our full membership is truly represented, regardless of their current situation, we want all of our members to have a guaranteed opportunity to vote. So for our first recommended bylaw change, you'll be asked if you're in favor of utilizing secure electronic voting and mail-in ballots to improve member participation and make the voting process more convenient. With your yes vote, we'll remove the portion of the bylaw that states members must vote in person. This will allow electronic and mail-in ballots. It also adds that designated principals may vote on behalf of a company or the association they represent. As usual, voting results will be announced at annual meeting. This bylaw amendment will allow members to vote in a variety of ways. Of course, you can always come to annual meeting, but with a yes vote, members can also vote online. You can vote by mail. You can even go to your local co-op office and vote, whatever best fits your lifestyle. So the integrity of our elections is very important to us. Just because you can vote in different ways doesn't mean you can vote more than once. To ensure the security of our elections, we will use each member's unique account number to track votes. Once a vote has been cast, voting will be closed for that membership account number. You won't be able to vote again. So in other words, if you decide to vote online before the meeting, but you still attend, you won't be able to cast a second vote. Of course, if you choose to vote in person at annual meeting, nothing will change. We'll have a business meeting and a vote, followed by prize drawings as a thank you for being a participating member. As a result of proposing online and mail-in voting, it's important that we also amend Article 4, board nominations. That way, members have the opportunity to vote for all candidates. We also want to make it easier to run for the board. and help our members be more informed about candidates they're voting for in each election. Currently, members can run for the board of directors in 3 ways. First, members can express interest in running and be vetted and chosen by the cooperative's nominating committee. When candidates follow this process, they're given many chances to tell voters about themselves through public relations opportunities facilitated by the co-op. For example, you can read about candidates in our current Times pages of the Rural Missouri Magazine, also on White River's website and social media channels. Additionally, candidates may run by having members sign a petition to get them on the ballot. They can also be nominated from the floor at annual meeting, but unfortunately, floor nominees don't have the same opportunity to introduce themselves to you, our membership. For our second recommended bylaw change, you'll be asked if you're in favor of making director nominations more open and easier to secure in advance of our annual meeting for those interested in serving on the board. With your yes vote, all board candidates, whether they go through the nominating committee or run by petition, will need to file 60 days prior to the meeting. No board nominations will be accepted from the floor. This only makes sense because a large percentage of the membership may have already voted online prior to annual meeting and would miss the opportunity to vote for late entry candidates. We're also making it easier to run for the board. Currently, if you choose to run by petition, you have to collect signatures from 5% of your district. That's an average of over 2,000 signatures, depending on where you live. But with the yes vote for this amendment, only 15 signatures will now be required, making it easier than ever for members to run and be involved with the cooperative. Lastly, the co-op will also send out a final list of candidate nominations to the membership even earlier, 25 days prior to annual meeting, instead of the previous 10, giving you more time to study up on your potential board of directors before you vote. Voting yes on these amendments will result in more transparency in our elections. It's important that members can make an educated decision about who will be representing them and making big decisions for our cooperative. By eliminating last-minute candidates from the floor, all candidates will have an opportunity to be voted on by the entire membership, whether they vote at home or at annual meeting. And just as important, by increasing the lead time for all candidates to declare interest, the cooperative will have more time to equally distribute information about all candidates. And the entire membership will then have an opportunity to read up on each candidate and really make educated choices. Our directors make very tough, very critical decisions, and it's in your best interest to make sure they are the right fit. Our third recommended bylaw change is to clarify what constitutes a membership and who can vote in our elections. This proposed amendment isn't much of a change in procedure, but it is actually a clarification in the bylaw wording to better represent how we currently operate. Right now, voting is tied to each member account. One membership account equals one vote. Unlike elections for public officials, our cooperative voting is not tied to each person. It's tied to your membership account. If there are 5 family members who live in your household and you have 2 electric meters there, you still only get 1 vote for that membership account. But here's where it gets a little confusing, and exactly why we want to clarify this better with our bylaw amendment. Some of you are thinking, but wait, Cassie, I saw Jerry at annual meeting last year and he had 3 voting clickers. He can't vote 3 times. Well, actually he can. Here's why. Jerry's home is served by White River, so that's 1 vote. Jerry also owns a small business that has White River. That counts as another membership and another vote. And Jerry's church is also in the cooperative service territory. In fact, Jerry is the deacon chosen to represent his church at the annual meeting. So that's a 3rd vote, and that's why Jerry gets 3 clickers and 3 votes at annual meeting. Remember, 1 membership account equals 1 vote. And it's not just homes that are considered a membership. A membership might be a business, a church, a neighborhood association, even a volunteer fire department. And of course, someone must represent each of those memberships to vote. our final bylaw change, we'll ask if you're in favor of clarifying membership in the cooperative by amending Article 1. By voting yes, we will remove and relocate language from Section 1 and clarify it in Section 4 that proof of cooperative membership shall be the member's signed and accepted membership application, established account, and purchase of electricity. This is currently how memberships are established and votes are determined. We're really just rewording it to make it easier for everyone to understand. Thank you for attending annual meeting and taking part in this important vote. Because our members are at the heart of everything we do, we believe these bylaw amendments will benefit all of our membership. And now let's turn it over to the election officials from the Association of Missouri Electric Cooperatives.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Chris Massman with the Association of Missouri Electric Cooperatives, and our association, along with our partners, ARC Media, handled the proceedings for the 2020 White River Valley Electric Cooperative annual election. Because of the unique circumstances of COVID-19, the election was formatted much differently this year than previous years. This year, members were given two different ways to vote, by either voting online using a secure website that was built for White River Valley, or by requesting a mail-in ballot. Voting was open from August 1st to August 31st. The website gave members the option to vote online or request a mail-in ballot after they verified their identity. Members also had the opportunity to phone in and request a mail-in ballot or get assistance voting online. Before voting online, members were required to verify their identity by using the following 3 data points: their full name as stated on their electric bill, their unique membership number, and a valid email address. Once those 3 points were confirmed against the membership database that was provided to us by NISC, who is the cooperative's billing software vendor, that member was able to gain access to the ballot on the secure website. Members could also request a mail-in ballot. If they requested the mail-in ballot from the website, they had to use the same 3 data points as the online voters. However, if they called to request the ballot, they had to verify the following 3 data points over the phone: full name as stated on their electric bill, their unique membership number, and their street address. To keep votes private and anonymous, it was decided that the mail-in ballots would not be numbered or have a spot for members to put their names or account numbers on them. However, to authenticate the mail-in ballots, there were explicit instructions in the ballot packet that their completed ballot must be returned in the provided return envelope. That was a unique envelope that was pre-posted for members with a stamp from our Stamps.com account that contained our account number on it. If a ballot was returned in anything other than that provided envelope, it would not be counted towards the results of the annual election. All received ballots were in the proper envelopes. To ensure that each member was only allowed 1 vote, we used a digital membership database which electronically marked each member once they'd voted online or requested a mail-in ballot. If a member voted online or requested that ballot online, their line of the database was instantly marked, making them unable to vote by any other means. When a member called the dedicated phone number to request a paper ballot, we checked their name against the membership database to ensure they had not already voted. Then their request was fulfilled. Once voting closed, we compiled the results from the online and mail-in votes and got the following voting numbers. We received 2,100 online votes and received 60 mail-in ballots for a total of 2,160 votes, which is an all-time record for White River Valley Electric Cooperative. So thank you for taking the time to vote and put interest into your cooperative. I will now deliver the election results. Starting with director candidates from District A, Stone County, the following candidates received these number of votes. Keith Short, 1,045 votes. Daniel Murphy, 306. Jim Reisner, 253. And Drew McClelland, 81. Making the winner of District A, Stone County, Keith Short, and he will be elected to a 3-year term. Moving on to District C, Christian County, Dr. Jeff Hyatt received 1,354 votes. John S. Waters received 269 votes, making Dr. Jeff Hyatt the winner in District C, Christian County, and he will also serve a 3-year term. Moving on to District E, Ozark County, Pat Funk received 972 votes, and Anita Scott received 492 votes, making the winner of District E, Ozark County, Pat Funk, who will also again serve a 3-year term. Moving on to the bylaw amendments, proposed bylaw amendments. Bylaw Amendment 1 received 1,842 yes votes and 132 no votes, meaning the bylaw is passed. Proposed bylaw amendment 2 received 1,758 yes votes and 185 no votes, again meaning the proposed bylaw is now passed. Bylaw amendment 3, dealing with requirements of membership, received 1,643 yes votes and 294 no votes, also meaning the bylaw amendment has passed. Congratulations to all of the winning candidates and the forward-thinking opportunities that these bylaw amendments present. I will now give the official election results and the stage to White River's attorney.
Thank you, Chris. On behalf of the Board of Directors, on behalf of the staff and the employees at White River and all the member owners, I want to extend just a great deal of gratitude and appreciation for the way you and your team handled the voting and election process this year for White River. So thank you very much. Having viewed the certified tabulated results from the election, and as counsel for the cooperative, I now attest that the election process is complete with verified results. We will adjourn the business portion of the meeting, but please don't go anywhere. I think there are some prizes to award.
Over the past month, members submitted questions that were answered through the meeting by Mr. Hammond, White River CEO, and each department. If you have further questions or comments, please submit them through the Member Alliance program. You can also contact White River online through Smart Hub, any of our social media channels, or just by calling our offices. We asked you earlier to send us your pics watching our first ever virtual meeting. Let's see what we have. Being a member-controlled cooperative, your active role is vital to our success. We appreciate your pictures and we appreciate you voting. As a way of saying thank you for your participation, voting members will receive a $10 bill credit on their billing statement, the next billing statement. Each of you are also entered into a drawing for some other pretty cool prizes, including up to $500 in free electricity. So without further ado, we'll hand it back to Mr. Schaefer and draw the winners.
Thank you, Cassie. We have a lot of great prizes today from our businesses within our 5-county territory. We appreciate their patronage. For your privacy, in the drawing, each member will have a number that shows up on the screen. Everything awarded today will be mailed to the address on file. If you feel that your information is outdated, please let us know. Let's not waste any more time. Right on to prize number 1, a $25 Dollar General gift card. Doreen Alms. Prize number 2, a $25 Casey's gift card. James Hetzel. Prize number 3, a $25 gift certificate from Pizza by the Chef. Morris Jenkins from Gainesville. Prize number 4, a $25 gift certificate to Pizza World. Bruce Groves from Taneyville. Congratulations, Bruce. Prize number 5, a $25 Casey's gift card. Danielle Johnston from Ava. Prize number 6, a $30 gift certificate to Billy Gale's Restaurant. Sherry Uchman from Gainesville. A 1-year paid membership to Sam's Club. Dennis Messick from Kimberling City. A $50 Dollar General gift card. To Scott Steinberg from St. Louis. A $50 Lowe's gift card. Johnny Morgan from Sparta. A $50 Bass Pro gift card. To Patricia Dale from Sparta as well. These are some really fantastic prizes. We appreciate you for taking the time and vote. Now on deck we have a $50 Home Depot gift card. Summer Blackberry from Forsyth. A $50 Red Lobster gift card. Lane Garner from Branson. A $50 Olive Garden gift card. Gregory Jones from Reeds Springs. A $50 Applebee's gift card. Russell Berry from Reuter. A $50 Bass Pro gift card. Ann Coleman from Kimberling City. A $50 O'Reilly Auto Parts gift card. Randall Pulse from Chadwick. A $50 gift certificate to Flat Creek Restaurant. Bill Stevens from Reed Springs. A $50 Lambert's Cafe gift card. To Yonio Restovio from Ava. A $50 Downing Street Poorhouse gift card. Kenneth Osborne from Wasola. Who doesn't love prizes? Remember, each voter received an entry this year. Let's see what else we have. A $25 Getting Basted gift card. Joseph Farmer from Highlandville. A $50 in free electricity. Virgil Moore from Kimberling City. 2 adult tickets to Presley's Country Jubilee. A.J. Seeker from Branson. Dinner for 2 at Top of the Rock. Wallace Lucas from Branson. A $75 MFA gift card. Jeremiah Hicks from Malcolm. 4 adult tickets to the Clay Cooper Show. Robert Rury from Ridgedale. A $75 Orscheln Farm and Home gift card. To Karen Alexander from Reed Springs. 4 adult tickets to the Hot Rods and High Heels from That Fabulous 50s Show. Gail Henshaw from Saddleburg. Dinner for 2 at the Rainbow Trout Ranch. Annie Miller from Merriam Woods Village. $75 in free electricity. Joanna Morgan from Pontiac. Dinner for 2 at Top of the Rock. Melinda Lorum from Reed Springs. These places sound amazing, and they're right in our backyard. What's up next? A $100 Tanger gift card. James Viscard from Branson. Sunday brunch for 4 at College of the Ozarks Heater Center. Joseph Hopkins from Ozark. A $100 Lowe's gift card. Velma Flory, Baldwin City. A $100 Target MasterCard. Philip Corum from Kimberling City. A $100 Dollar General gift certificate. To Judy Shearer from Sparta. 2 unlimited passes to the Track Family Fun Parks. Ronald Reidinger from ProTim. A $100 Visa gift card. To Robert Bolshevich from Palm Desert. $100 in free electricity. Crystal Felter from Hollister. A $100 Target MasterCard. To Jerry Reason from Reed Springs. 2 tickets to Showboat Branson Bell. Robert Texador from Hollister. I bet you load up your cart with this stuff on this nice weekend getaway. It's a good day to be a White River member. Let's see what we have next. A 2-hour jet ski rental from State Park Marina. David McAdams from Ozark. A $200 voucher for Port of Kimberling Resort and Marina. James Troike from Branson. 2 adult tickets to Noah at the Sight and Sound Theater. Christopher Rolette from Kimberling City. You get 2 one-day park entrances to Silver Dollar City. Geraldine Day from Ava. A 1-night stay and dinner for 2 at Theodosia Marine and Cookies Restaurant. Alan Morton from Branson West. A $200 Visa gift card. Matthew Lister from Branson. $200 in free electricity. To William Smith from Kizzy Mills. A $250 Walmart gift card. From Rick Farley from Galena. 4-hour pontoon rental at Indian Point Marina. Julian Cluster from Reed Springs. A $250 Walmart gift card. Terry Unstall from Washington. Remember, your prizes will be directly mailed to you or your home or business. Now for the moment everybody has been waiting for, the grand prize, $500 in free electricity. Ryan Melton from Bradleyville, congratulations. Congratulations to all of our winners today. Let's hear it one more time from our manager of communications and member engagement.
We appreciate your patience this year as we've journeyed this new format together. We hope you stay safe, and we want to remind you that we are always here if you need us. Thank you for watching today and making White River Valley Electric Cooperative a success. We'll see you next time.